the first kind of concept that I thought of that would be a good, cheap kind of, hopefully 23 rocket solo bunker. Hey guys, it's Geezer back with another build video. Today we're going to be looking at, what we can do to make a durable base as a solo that's dirt cheap, or that that a solo player who's not a Chad's going to think of as being cheap. So to start out, we are going to build a low foundation stability bunker. Okay, so start out by setting a square down and then another one. This is going to be your living space here, so we're going to build off of this one here, 15 triangles. And then a square. Destroy these. Mostly. That one too. But not all of them. Leave this. And you can destroy that one too. Now we're going to put a square down. Destroy the triangle. Put another square down. Oops. Little lag there. And destroy that one. And now we're going to build back the squares. Connect this. Okay, this is going to be the square that we use to make the foundation for our stability bunker. And let's go over to this square here. This will be the foundation we're using for the walls. Okay, we're going to leave this square. Let's destroy these other ones that we just placed. Okay, let's build back 2 triangles and a square, and now we can destroy these ones. As you can see, this square is off-center a half square. That's what we want. Build back 2 more, so we've got 3 squares. Put down a triangle and destroy the 3 squares you just put down. Okay. Now let's build around here. Perfect. Let's make this HQM, and so we can put walls in right now, the bunker walls. Okay, these are going to be metal eventually, so whatever you like. You can make them metal now if you like. And let's destroy this twig. You can leave one for right now. And let's build out with our square that we're going to make the foundation off of. And now underneath you're going to be placing the foundation here. Just kind of fiddle with it until... There we go. And now let's just destroy these other ones now. Okay. This is going to be metal. We're going to put a frame, triangle frame on top of here. So you'll know when you place a triangle on it that it's a bunker because of this frame. Otherwise it wouldn't let you put a triangle tile on top of it, right? That's going to be metal as well. Okay, so that's all set up. Okay, so just to cover that over again, I would test this first before you upgrade everything, just to make sure that you have a functional bunker. So we've preserved this triangle that we made the walls from. We've preserved this square that we built out for the foundation underneath, and we put on a triangle frame in twig, and then we sealed the bunker. We're going to need to put a half wall twig here and then a wall on top. And then if we find it doesn't work, well, we can destroy this twig, these walls, this bunker seal, put the triangle frame on again, and make sure you've got everything oriented correctly, and that after you place these 2 half walls here, you can place the seal on top. And if that works, Okay, let's go on to the build. Now we're going to put some metal, a couple of metal walls here. So again, you could do this in stone to start, or wood obviously if that's all you had, but this is how it will end up. So when you have the ability to upgrade these things to this level, just go ahead and do so at your kind of whatever your ability level is. This is all HQM, this is your TC compartment. Okay, you want to take a look at that. So this is all the high qual we need except for one more piece over like that. And that's it. That's it for the high qual, I mean. Okay, we can put the TC in now. And if you have an armored door, use it. If you've got one in a drop, or, you know, obviously you probably don't have a tier 3 when you're starting out. Otherwise, you can just use whatever you have. And then you'll kind of have a choice to make. I'll show you here. So place your TC right away, and then we're going to seal it up before we do anything else, so we can kind of call it sort of like a starter. Place this in sort of close to the front here, and then over to the right as much as it will go, like that, and then lock it. I've never done one of these before where I couldn't access the TC based on the placement when I tried to place it forward and to the right. So, I mean, I'm not too worried about it when I'm doing it, but just do your best. And then put your door on here. Like I said, we want an armored door on there, but if you don't have one, you don't have one, right? So now if you don't have one, you can either, you know, use this as a bunker until you get one. That's a great idea. Let's just put, we're going to put a compartment on top of here. Actually, this is going to be a full wall, so we might as well do that right now. Okay, this is all going to be, got some lag here. And I like to make, you could just seal this off, and we're going to put a pancake layer on there, but I like to leave this as usable honeycomb. And now we're going to put this on here. Okay, so now I'd use a ladder for this, or perhaps you could use a jump up, like, I don't know if you can use furnace for it, but I just use a ladder. Or else you can make twig around the outside, which is also quite easy to do. But before you do this, make sure you're crouched. And here we go. So now what we're going to be doing next is we're going to make honeycomb off of this wall and this wall. And then this is going to be a pancake layer where we're standing now, but it's that we're actually going to have a usable pancake layer, if you will, so that we can have a easier placement of our boxes and a little more storage. So this is all just going to be metal, and we're going to put this kind of the roof piece on here. Hopefully we can put it on while we're standing here. I don't know. Let's put a triangle here. This can just be whatever you want. You could do this in wood if you like, no problem. That's perfectly fine. You could do it in stone, like it doesn't matter, right? Just something that I wouldn't do it in twig. You don't need to do it in high qual or anything like that. So let's try to seal this in here. And okay, so that's it for, like, if you were to seal this right now, which is a good idea if you're gonna really be like taking your time placing stuff. Well, you know, you just sealed yourself in, your TCO is already secure, so that's great. No problem. And as you can see, if you practice it like once or twice on a build server, you can do it quite quickly. So not as quickly as some builds, but you know, it's not that bad. Okay, so you'd seal this as kind of a starter base, and then I mean, you could also just put these walls down. That's probably the safest bet. This is going to be stone. And to start with, you can put like a sheet door until you get garage doors. But just keep in mind, as soon as you can place another wall here, another foundation, we're going to do that. So this is going to be like the airlock for us. So you can go ahead, if you're already ready to do this, just go ahead and do it right away. And stone, oops. Just stone all of that. Like so. This is going to be a drop box compartment on top of the doorway here. But now this front door here is going to be a sheet door. And then we've got space for a garage door inside here. You know, that's basically it, you know. We're getting pretty close to the finished product. Okay, in any event, that's all done now. Basically, the next thing that we would do is set up the honeycomb, because we want to go eventually from a 15 rocket to a 23 rocket setup, and we want to be doing this in metal. So as soon as you have the resources to do it, obviously for a starter base it really is not, you know, an urgent matter that you upgrade this. However, as soon as you've upgraded your core to high qual, it's a good idea to go ahead and upgrade to put on the honeycomb. Even if you can only do it in stone, it's better than nothing. It's going to be tough for you to upgrade the foundations underneath here. So I'd put those in metal to start, and then if you need to upgrade the walls to metal after of the honeycomb here, no problem, right? And that's everything right there. That's your whole base. We just need to load in the deployables. So now notice that we didn't add on the vending machine yet. So, you know, as soon as you have the door, the armored door, I would say that's going to be the time where you're going to add the vending machine. You can add it earlier if you have a vending machine, and it will make your base much more secure. So this is the Game Lights style vending machine bunker. So I'll link in the description how to set this up, but you can see from this how to do it. Just line it up and then pull it back a little bit. And so important thing with this is, normally, like in the Game Lights video, the tutorial, and I think probably what most people do, is they'll loot it from the side here. And you know, Game Lights notes that the frame here can occasionally interfere with the looting. But the truth is, I really never, or very rarely, loot from the side. It depends on the build that I'm doing, but in these 1x1s, 1 square, 2 triangle type builds that I usually make, there's usually not room to loot on the side. And that's fine. You know, the reality is you don't need to do that. So in most of my builds, like to loot on the top. You can stand on top of this. It's kind of a great space. But as long as you get close to it, let's close this door. The door dialogue's pretty big. Let's open that door. You just have to get close to it. You'll see the TC open dialogue, but it may not be close enough when you're pressing this button. See, I'm pressing it right now. It's not quite close enough standing right here. So you got to get a little closer. Keep spamming it until, you know. The reason I have this ladder here is because you can definitely use the ladder to access that from the top, from a certain place. But it's no problem to loot this standing on the furnace when you find the spot. So here we go. 245, or 245 stone, 18 high qual, 7 wood, and 482 metal frags. So we're under 500 and under 250 and under 20. So for me, those are kind of some metrics that I look at, like under 500 metal frags and 20 high qual is like super cheap solo base from my point of view as like a non-Chad player. So that works fine, no problem. And you've got space for your workbench and your bag, whatever you like in here. There's actually quite a lot of space. I normally don't build with squares, so I'm always feeling like there's more space than I expect. All we need to fit in here is a bag. We can put another furnace at the front door if you want to, which is, it's nice to have 2 furnaces. And it's always great to stand on top of your small furnace to place stuff in a small base. And if you have leftover space, it's always a good idea to try to put small boxes, and if you don't have enough space for small boxes, then try campfires, just to fill in extra little gaps. But as you can see, we fit in 3 small boxes here, and up top another one, so that's 4 small boxes and 3 large boxes, plus the vending machine, of course, is a lot of storage. And that's it. That's it for this. There you go. No problem. So, that's it for this. You can place another bag in here if you want to have a bag that's close to the door. You could place a bunch of small furnaces, I mean, 1 or more. You've already got your drop boxes that you're going to place overhead here for another large and another small box. So, you know, you could place shotgun traps here. It really is up to you, you know, what you want to do with this space. So you could, like I said, another bag there is a pretty good idea, but whatever. Place another drop box and more furnaces. Like, literally, whatever you like. It's really whatever's more convenient. You know, if you seal your bunker at all during the day, when you're like out, now that you've got drop box storage, it's kind of a viable strategy. But if you're doing that, then I'd put a bag here. Otherwise, if this is open all day, or you put a ladder hatch here, and then leave it open during the day, then, you know, whatever, you don't really need a bag here because it's a small base, right? It's pretty easy to get from there to here. It's kind of just wasting the space. But really, that's it, guys. That's it. Super, super cheap. So cheap. 23 rockets about. Let me know if you found some cheaper ways to raid it. Or are there any things that you think would be, you know, great improvements for it, or that you hate about it, whatever. This is just kind of the first kind of concept that I thought of that would be a good, cheap kind of, hopefully 23 rocket solo bunker, or a double bunker as it were. That's it. Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe and hit notifications if you like what I'm doing. It really helps, and it'll help you not miss stuff too. So take care, have a good wipe.